Hello, Glorious Living family and friends. Welcome back to Glorious Living channel. I'm so excited for this video because I'm gonna show you how I preserve my cherry tomatoes throughout the winter, and they taste fresh and good, just like you buy them fresh from the store or harvest them from your backyard. So this is a simple step we're gonna follow through, so just stay in tune with me. Especially this video is going to be so beneficial to our friends in Ghana. There are some seasons, you have a lot of produce coming out, like tomatoes. They come a lot and they go wasted, and during the lean season, we are buying them expensive. If you watch this video and you follow my step by step, way of preserving your produce, your tomatoes, you'll be able to save yourself and your family a huge amount of money, throughout the season and throughout the year. So just stay in tune with me. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the like button. Write your comment below. Whatever question you have, just write it below and I'll be willing to answer it to the best of my knowledge. All right, let's get started. So the first step is to wash your tomatoes. Wash it with vinegar, water, whatever you want to wash your tomatoes with. Go ahead and clean your tomatoes with it. And then after that, you have two options. It's either you can use your baking pan or you can use your saucepan. If you use your baking pan, it means that you're gonna bake your tomatoes. And if you are good with, the saucepan, like doing it on top of the stove, that is perfectly okay. So whichever works for you, just go with it. So I'm gonna do both of them so that you can see. All right, so I have my tomatoes already cleaned. I'm gonna put as many as I can in this baking pan. And the remaining is going in this pot right here. So guys, I have my oven preheated, so I'm gonna put this two baking pan here in the oven, and I'm gonna cook this one also. So this one is gonna be in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm not adding anything to it. I just want it fresh as I can, so I'm just gonna put it just like this in the oven. All right, guys. So for this, I'm just gonna add a little, like a quarter cup of water to the tomatoes, and I'm gonna put it on the stove so that it can also cook for about 10-15 minutes. All right. So my tomato is ready. So right now, what I'm gonna do is fill that in my jar. So the bacon looks perfectly good, just like the way I want it. So I'm just gonna stack them in the bottle right here. Can is fully filled right now. What I'm gonna do is add 1 teaspoon of salt to each of them. But if you don't like it, that's fine, because I don't always add salt to mine. So if you don't have salt, that's fine, or you don't want to add salt to your tomato, that's fine. So I'm using the canning salt. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just pour the liquid from the tomatoes on top of the can. All right. So this looks perfectly good. I'm gonna do the same thing for this. So if you bake it and you don't get liquid like the way mine was dry, just use ordinary water. That will be okay. So at this point, I'm gonna make sure there's no bubbles in my can. So I'm gonna move this thing in the bottle to make sure there is no bubbles that needs to be out. There's no air that needs to be out. So now that I've made sure there's no air or bubbles in the bottle, I'm gonna wipe the tip of the bottle with this paper towel. So some people will dip the paper towel in vinegar before wiping it. All you need is to wipe it. So whichever way works for you, just do it. You can grab a dry paper towel, wipe it, or dip your towel in a vinegar. After you wipe your thing, we're gonna make sure we have our lid on the bottle. So we're gonna tie this. So one tip I want to share here, when you are using your ring, make sure the lid is not moving and it stays straight on the bottle. Because if it's moving, then it's not gonna seal well when you do the water bath. But if it's not moving, it means that it is perfectly okay. And we're gonna, at this point, what I'm gonna do is just get my water ready and have it in a hot bath for about an hour, and then I'll be done. The water is all over the lid. This is how we want it to be. You always want to make sure your water is over the lid. Then we're gonna start counting the actual boiling time from when the water start boiling itself. So now it's still not boiling, so I'm gonna just leave it on. But when it start boiling, then it will leave it to boil for about 30 to an hour. So probably the entire boiling will be like an hour and a half. So guys, when your canned tomatoes boil for at least an hour to an hour and a half, you take it from the hot pressure cooker or whatever you are using, and keep it under a blanket or any kind of cloth to cover it. And this is gonna prevent the your can from getting direct contact with cold air, because that can crack the bottle and you want to avoid that. So that is gonna let it cool down slowly. So you can cover it for at least 12 hours overnight, depend on the condition, the area you live. And after that, you just put it in your shelf. So this one has been covered for overnight. So I did that off camera. Sorry about that. So this one looks perfectly good. So it's gonna go to my shelf. Guys, this is how to can your tomatoes and preserve them for at least a year. These are all the tomatoes I have made. This is awesome. I'm so happy I made this one. It's gonna last in my cabinet for at least 1 year. And that is so good. I thank God, because I'm gonna save money. This is a lot of saving. You can, believe how much money I'm gonna save from this. So, you know, you can do the same thing when you go to the market and you find out that tomatoes is cheap or there's a lot of, sales going on. You can go ahead, buy them, can them, and use them at your own time. That will save you yourself a lot of money. And also, it's gonna also help you not to worry about going back and forth buying tomatoes when especially during the rain season when they are very, very expensive. All right, to my new subscribers, welcome to Glorious Living channel. All right, if you're a new subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, write in the comment below your name so that we can see that notification and acknowledge you on our next video. All right, see you next time. Bye bye.